look.
Listen.
It's a podcast.
Taylor.
Oh, it is Taylor. It is Taylor on episode 159, Horizons 104. Guys, listen to me. Look at me. Taylor.
Listen at me.
There's no Geese Peep this week. She's too busy at the beach.
Shocker.
Good news. I don't think it'll be that much shorter because we've got a lot to get through in Geese the Week, What You've Been Peeping. I don't know if I've ever written this much stuff down, Taylor, in my life, actually.
I was looking at your notes in the doc, and I was very surprised.
There's just more and more stuff I gotta add. What's the last time we recorded? 3 months ago, Taylor? You tell me. I don't know. Taylor, please tell me. I don't know. A long time ago, I guess.
It was a week ago.
First of all, before we get into anything, giant correction of the week, Taylor. I don't know if you remember this, but I recently was reading the title of an episode and Liko said Naito, meaning night. You know, the English from the Germanic night. But it had its own kanji. And I said, that's interesting. Why does this foreign word have its own kanji? Taylor, I went down such a rabbit hole, and boy, did I learn something interesting about Japanese. So
it's just Germany?
No.
Oh.
So, in Japanese, what happens a lot of time in fiction, specifically, this happens a lot in fiction, especially like sci-fi kind of fiction or what have you. And this is so interesting to me. And I learned so much about how deep and layered Japanese storytelling can be, where they'll write kanji of something, but then in the furigana, like the kana written above it, they'll write something else, which is actually the hidden meaning for what the character is trying to say. So it's not saying what it actually means. We're not going that deep, but all I'm saying is the kanji I saw that Liko said Naito, that kanji didn't actually say Naito. It said Kishi, the Japanese word for night, okay? But in Japanese, what they'll often do is, in fiction, if a character wants to use the foreign word for it, Naito, there's a chance that there's some Japanese speakers, probably older Japanese speakers, who have no idea what Naito means. So they look at the kanji for Kishi, which they do know what that means. So they learn what that loan word is. It's so interesting.
And this is all because Japan is the land of the rising sun and never the land of the setting sun.
No.
I think I get it.
It's very neat. It's very cool. It's so, like I'm always mentioning, a Chinese person could just read that kanji and be like, oh yeah, that means night. But they're in the land of the storytelling, Liko is saying Naito. So it's just, you can read kanji as more than just their actual word and meaning. You can also use it to use a loan word, but it's just saying, this is the meaning of this word she's saying right now. It's very interesting. You're not as impressed as I thought you would be at this incredible revelation.
All I'm understanding is that the Japanese don't understand the concept of nighttime, and they only have degrees of daytime.
So you don't understand?
No, night. I think I follow.
Night, like little Saralech, little Charcadet. He's a knight in shining armor. You don't understand?
Yes.
Oh, God.
I want to know how night and night even made it into the same room.
What?
There are just so many sounds you can make in languages. The idea of a homonym is kind of silly when you think about it.
It's now time to move on to watching What You Been Geese and Peep of the Week. Saw a lot of movies, read a lot of things, ate a lot of things. Let's start with, I went to the fan event, Freakier Friday. Come watch it before it comes out, and us Disney social media people will photograph you and film you and do interviews and tell you, everybody yell, it's Freakier Friday. Oh, Taylor,
did you have to do that?
Hold on.
Those are so sick.
Here, I don't have the earbuds in, so you're going to have to narrate what you're saying here.
Oh, you're opening the limited edition tiny popcorn cup with straw and tiny cup drink corn with straw. Those are good. I wonder if they're insulated. I couldn't tell. They look light. They look reasonably sized. Fake popcorn looks too big for a cup holder, though. Are those insulated? Oh, no.
They look great. They're some of the greatest popcorn and drink buckets all around, but they switch them. I'm sure Taylor just told you it's a popcorn bucket. It looks like popcorn, but it's actually a drink cup. It looks like a drink cup, but you actually put popcorn in it. What a concept.
It's what's inside that counts.
Exactly. So Freakier Friday, first half of that movie, very paint by numbers. I was bored. I was thinking, have I made a mistake watching this film? By the time we get past the middle of it, the jokes really start coming in. We're laughing. We have a story. Very heartwarming. Very sweet. Also, you're going to watch this movie, girls, and be like, I know that area right there. Oh, that's where they filmed that. Okay. Yep. All right. Yep. That's exactly.
It's the best sleeper part of living in Los Angeles is every time you watch a movie, you can just say, oh yeah, I know that street.
Oh, yeah, I really know that one. Half the movie's taking place. Okay. So, yeah, I recommend it? I guess. Get the popcorn bucket. I'm sure it'll be more valuable in the future. And the drink carrier. Which one?
Do those ever appreciate?
This one is very popular, so I would assume so. This guy specifically. People are losing their minds. I don't ever buy these, and I bought those ones, so there you go.
How much were they?
Oh, girls. Taylor, let's discuss how much we feel about the film. Well, first of all, I asked you this and you never answered. Did you ever watch Barbarian?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
But I watched it when it first came out, and I don't remember it very well. I don't remember the first half very well.
Well, today we're here to discuss the film Weapons. How are us gamers? What? Oh boy, you didn't like it?
Okay.
Oh my God, Taylor.
I'm gonna say I saw it in the IMAX.
So did I. Big IMAX, yes.
I'm gonna say, and I saw it with Guncan, who hates horror movies.
Well, Geese was asking me, can she watch it? Because she also doesn't do horror movies. And I was thinking,
I would not recommend this to people who don't like horror movies.
What? It's nonstop laughs. It's a barrel of laughs, girls.
There are some scary moments.
She can close her eyes.
And this is coming from me.
She can close her eyes, girl.
Yeah, that's true. There were so many people in the theater were closing their eyes. Guncan was covering her eyes and was looking around during some of the dream sequences. And everybody in the theater was also covering their eyes. So that was funny. There was a mother with a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old, I would guess.
Why?
Yep, that's what I said. I'm so happy that I'm reaching like a segment of my life where I can act like an old man because I just don't care anymore. And I looked over and I said, because the kids come in and they were well behaved, but they're talking like a 4-year-old in this film. Especially if you've seen this film, you realize how ridiculous that is. And I say, you can't be serious.
You said that to the woman?
I said it's so loud.
Oh.
Everybody heard. Everybody laughed. Kids were very quiet. Still don't think they should have been in that movie, but that's fine.
They probably loved that part where the one man woke up. Did you laugh real hard when... Do you know the scene I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. I have so much to say about this film. Is it the best movie I've seen all year? No. I saw After Sun, unfortunately. Is it the best movie that has been released this year? Yes. Oh, it's so good.
It's just a fun watch, actually. It's everybody, name me one person doesn't love a movie with the chapters. You always have a fun time when you get the chapters going.
You can't, like, I don't know how you could watch this movie and find ways to pick it apart because it's so good by so many stretches. The concept, it makes a very, very, very tired, boring concept so interesting. The acting is fantastic. The editing is so good. I thought I was going to be really annoyed by the editing because of how abrupt it was. But by the time there's a little boy falling asleep in his bed and bright light comes in real hard, and I thought somebody was shining a spotlight, and then I look at the clock and I was like, oh my God, it's morning. The editing is so good. Acting is so good. Lighting is so good. Music. Oh, the music is so sick.
Now, we should say cast acting good. Thank goodness, because as you'll recall, Taylor, this film was being made during right before the strikes happened. So Pedro Pascal was in the lead and had an entirely different cast. So this is Weapons 2.0. They replaced the entire cast save the homeless dude. Everybody else is a new cast member. Crazy. Crazy they had to do that.
You know what's funny? Because you had mentioned that to me beforehand, and I said, man, I would have liked this movie significantly less if Pedro Pascal was in it. Not because I dislike Pedro Pascal, just because I'm seeing him way too much.
You Pascal?
And it really takes me out of a performance. If
it's the weekly Pascal too much.
Rant.
Much like Troy Baker. Much like many years ago, Nolan North. But,
which is, that's saying something for voice actors, too, because voice actors tend to really be able to trick you with their performance differences just because you can't see them.
Oh, God, yeah, he's incredible.
You know what the funny thing was? I was watching Josh Brolin's character, and I felt so silly because I just kept thinking, God, I can see Pedro Pascal doing a really good job in this role. The whole time I was like, I could see him saying that. I could see him waking up. That scene when he wakes up is one of the funniest things I've seen all year.
I was laughing a lot.
God. I was thinking about that today. I saw it last night. I was thinking about it today and how funny it was.
Yeah. So we're not going to spoil anything, obviously. The ending to me was fun. I have seen some people complain about it, like, oh, but it's fun. I
thought it was super sick.
Yeah, it was cool to me. A good payoff, what have you. Here's the thing. It's very popular. Weapons is doing well. There's talks of doing prequels or something, but now everybody's saying, well, hold your horses. What makes this movie good is the mystery of it all. The fact that you don't know all the background on this. Don't explain everything in a prequel. That's a bad idea. Apparently there was a chapter cut. I don't know if this is true. This is just me reading. I'm just saying, apparently there was a chapter for,
a certain family member, I'm sure.
And they cut it. And I think, smart idea.
I thought so too, because I saw everything and I was thinking about it, and I'm going to try to keep this as general as I can, because I do think everybody should go see this, and I think you should see it in the IMAX if you can, Dolby if you can.
It's probably already gone from IMAX, girls. What are you joking me?
It just got in last night.
What do you mean it just got in last night? I watched this movie over a week ago. Movies stay in IMAX for like 30 seconds these days.
Here we had Fantastic Four.
Yeah, they do Fantastic Four like most of the day, and then
Weapons at night. Oh, I see. So I will say that one of the most interesting things about the film, and something that I really thought, like, I like interesting takes on kind of tired concepts, because I'm a big believer of, like, there's nothing new under the sun, so you have to innovate where you can. Something that was really cool about the movie Hereditary, for instance, is that it takes place pre-possession. And most movies about possessions take place after the possession, but Hereditary is leading up to it. Thought that was very cool. This has a very cool concept, because you don't learn about the event through anybody who is 100% directly involved in it.
Until the end.
Yeah. And you're mostly just seeing what a random person would see.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's very sick.
Books do that all the time.
Yeah.
You see just an event through the eyes of a certain character. Okay, Taylor, we got a lot to get through.
Well, I'm just talking about Weapons, so yeah.
Okay.
Move on along.
All right. We can go back to Weapons on your turn, but there's a few stories I need to tell. Few amusing things that have happened to me on this week's What You Been Geese and Peep of the Week. I was at Dongle's the other day because it is the only place on this planet, or the only place in this city, you can get a meal for under $20. And this man was at the kiosk loudly complaining to complaining to everyone in the store. What do you mean 10 cents for a bag? That's insane. Never in my entire life have I seen them charge 10 cents for a bag. Even gets people's attention and says, look at this. Can you believe this? To minimum 3 different human beings. Okay.
It's like a scene in a medieval movie where the guy just starts screaming about taxes in the street.
Yeah. And so I walk up to him when he starts berating the employee about the 10-cent bag, and I walk up to him with my clean bag, and I say, you can have my bag. It's a local law. And I thought he'd say, oh, thank you, or something, because clearly I'm just I know how he feels. Did I tell you about the whole, I'm sure I told you about the whole Jersey Mike situation where they don't understand that the concept of the 10-cent bag is to encourage you to bring your own bag. They think that it just means all orders get an extra 10 cents to Jersey Mike's. They think that's the purpose of the 10 cents. Yeah. Because I walked in with my own bag and I had to argue with the woman for
regional
half an
manager
hour to get my dime. Yes, exactly. She had to call the manager to get my dime back.
Yeah.
So I try to give him my bag, and because I was thinking on principle he doesn't want to pay the dime. He says to me, I can afford it. Are you trying to be funny? And I'm completely shocked that this man who has loudly declared his disdain for the bag to the entire restaurant, to not just so in general to the entire restaurant, but actually getting the attention of 3 different people to look him in the eyes and complain about the bag. Funny. And I solve his problem, and he responds in complete anger and frustration. Maybe it was embarrassment. I don't know. But then, well, let me just finish. So then McDonald's man says to him, yeah, it's just a city ordinance. It's not us. It's not just this McDonald's location. It's just you have to pay the 10 cents. And I was just trying to say, yeah, it's a local law. And then, so he gives me the business. And then the man behind him just looks at me and says, you're a kind soul in a cruel world.
What a line. Oh, God. I wonder, saying that line to someone has to be high up on his list of interactions, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if he's just had that in his back pocket and he found like a time to use it?
Yeah, I don't know.
No way that's off the cuff.
What I should have said to him is actually there's plenty of nice places in the world. It's just this city people like to behave like that. Well, there's a few cities, I guess.
Yeah.
And when I so taken aback by the loud complaining man, I didn't really get a chance to say, no, I don't think you can't afford a 10-cent bag. I'm sure you don't want to pay the 10 cents on the principle of it, much like me and Jersey Mike's. But no, I don't know. You don't get to complain to everybody and then be offended when I solve your problem, is all I have to say.
So something I had to talk to my mom about recently regarding some of my family members that are just kind of set in their ways, very complainy types, is something that I tell everybody to try to pay attention to. Like the more experiences they have, the older they get, is sometimes people don't want a solution. Sometimes people just want to yell.
Oh.
And if this person is individually getting audience members to participate in his hijinks,
he loves being what's the word I'm looking
outrage.
For? Yeah.
So he was probably also the fact that he was going after individual McDonald's employee as if they are the arbiter of this law, this 10-cent law. He didn't want a solution. He just wanted to be upset about something. And luckily, McDonald's 10-cent bags made the cut.
Thank goodness for me. Half the time you put, no, I don't want a bag. They just give you a free bag anyway, which is, I was going to give him my free bag. But, oh well, sorry, you didn't get it, I guess. Taylor, real quick. You remember how last week or whenever I said, oh yeah, I watched New King of the Hill. It's good. It's all right. Remember when I said that?
Uh-huh.
So lately, all over social media, people have been sharing clips exclusively of Luann in the original King of the Hill seasons.
Uh-huh.
I need to amend what I said last week.
Oh.
King of the Hill used to be so funny. And it is exactly what I said before. Back then, everything was so evergreen. It was so classic concept. It wasn't about current events. It absolutely wasn't. It was about people going through breakups or whatever. It was, just regular normal life things, not just tied to a certain time period. That writing and the performances back then in the 90s, outstanding entertainment. It's upsetting how good it is because it literally makes me feel like, why'd you even bother bringing it back? Yeah, it's not bad, but it doesn't come within an inch of the perfection that show used to be. People keep sharing these clips of Luann and each is just funnier than the last. It's so good.
It's so good because they never draw, like, something that King of the Hill does really well. Futurama did it a lot, but I don't think Futurama is one of my favorite shows, probably my favorite comedy. It's how understated the comedy is in King of the Hill and how relentless it is, and how just there's never a pause for a laugh. There's never a moment where everybody looks at somebody that said something absurd. It's always just, oh, this is business as usual. It's a lot like Trailer Park Boys.
What new season of that coming out soon?
Oh, great.
Okay, let's rip through the rest of my stuff. I'm halfway through Agatha All Along. It is interesting. It is very, very WandaVision adjacent, where they keep going on these little adventures, transforming into different eras, and much like WandaVision. And it's a fun little show. So funny. We gave up the 1 second before everything is revealed and it gets interesting. I'll keep saying that. Making my way through more of House of Leaves. It's tough for me to finish a book, I'll be honest with you. But House of Leaves is so funny because, Taylor, right now I got 2 bookmarks going in the middle of it because
sick.
You read up to a certain point, and then there's just an editor's note that says, oh, if you want to understand this part more, go to the appendix and find this obituary and these letters from a mother in an insane asylum. So
they did a Dark Souls.
So I was listening to Firescape Cast recently, and this book was compared to a video game. So I put the bookmark in there, jump to the appendix, read the 1-page obituary, flip a page, start reading the letters, and it's just getting progressively like creepier and scarier, and it's getting so good. But then I go, my God, I've been reading these for a while. So I flip back to the appendix at the beginning to see how much longer I have of these letters before I can continue reading the book. I have 40 more pages of letters. So I had to I got too sleepy. So now I have 2 bookmarks going. I have my 1 bookmark so I can finish the 40 pages of letters. And then once I finish my 40 pages of letters, I can go back into the book and continue reading.
That's so cool great that a book is giving you homework.
Yeah, it's really good. But it's not like I have to reread those pages later. So I'm still reading the book.
And you're not going to be quizzed on them, presumably.
Well, we'll see. Maybe they'll email me a quiz. I don't know. Mail me a quiz. But here's why I had to stop reading, girls. I would have kept reading letters. I got to a letter. Let me tell you what the previous letter said. The previous letter gave instructions and said, I think they're reading the letters. I have to encode a message to you. So follow these directions for the next letter. So I flip the page and I have to solve a puzzle to read a hidden message. And it's already so late, and I go, I don't have the brain power. I need to do this tomorrow. At first, I almost considered just looking up the solution to the book.
Oh, Jesus.
So I could just read the message without doing the brain power to read the message. But then I thought, that defeats the purpose. So I'm just going to go to sleep and try this later.
It's so weird when you think about stuff like that. As soon as you get out of school, it totally changes, and you're not working or you're not solving problems for work. It totally changes how you imbibe content like that. I think about that with games all the time. And I think about this a lot, specifically with free-to-play games. It's like the trials and frustrating parts are the experience that you signed up for.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. That I have to solve a puzzle to read the book.
That you have to solve a puzzle to do the homework to read the book.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right. Moving along, we got some IKEA discussion, guys. Every Monday through Friday this month, we got 50% off IKEA meals. That's right. Get your plant balls, get your mashed potatoes, lingonberry jam, peas and gravy, and sign up for their free... I love how I'm doing an IKEA ad in the middle of this.
Yeah.
Sign up for the free IKEA family membership, and you get free coffee every time you go. Did I tell you about this, Taylor, that I've just been going to IKEA?
IKEA News of the Week.
IKEA News of the Week. They're literally paying me to go. I don't need to spend a dime. I walk in there, get my free coffee, fill up my water bottles, use their mini bathrooms, and leave. It's just wonderful. It's just it's like a library, but with free coffee. Kidding me?
Huh.
Also, they had bilberry juice that looked interesting to me, so I bought that. Basically, Taylor, what I'm trying to tell you is I'm a chef now because you have to mix the bilberry juice for 4 parts water to 1 part bilberry juice, and I did it perfectly. That being said, I did have to take a sip of full concentrate just to see, girls. I had to see what it tastes like.
How was it?
I mean, it's very strong.
On a scale of water to undiluted lime juice.
Oh, I mean, Yeah, it's strong. Strong as lime juice, if not stronger. But I only took one sip because I didn't want a Vombo. But it's
Strong
very
for
good.
a man.
I recommend the bilberry juice over at IKEA.
I keep forgetting that you haven't watched Succession.
And I'm not gonna, girls. I'm sorry. Okay, here's the final thing. I have a final amusing tale from IKEA, and then it's gonna be Taylor's turn. Oh boy, there was an older woman. She picks up an item at IKEA. The name of it, you know IKEA names. It was like Horfendorfenschlorp, right?
Yeah.
Okay, she holds the Horfendorfenschlorp. This older woman.
Uh-huh.
This older woman walks with the Horfendorfenschlorp to 3 Asian women.
Mm-hmm.
Walks up to the Asian women and says, "Can you read this Japanese?"
Oh.
The Korean woman looks at her and says, in a
no.
perfect American accent, "That's not Japanese," and walks away. I was losing it.
Oh, God.
Slorp. Can you read this? She just says, "Can you read this Japanese?" Orphan Yes.
Oh, God. Just at the
so many presumptions.
Yeah, there's so many layers of things you have to assume to make that interaction possible.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I would love to follow her around and see what other hijinks
what a
she
life
gets
that
into.
one's leading.
Because that's so many leaps. Just so many leaps.
All right, it's your turn for watching, playing Peep of the Week. Who'd you been geesing?
Boy, what have I been doing? Okay, so weapons. What a film. Thinking about what you were saying is the idea of a prequel is kind of funny, an unnecessary prequel, because the guy who played the police officer, Paul, is the guy who played Han Solo in the Solo prequel that nobody asked for or enjoyed.
That was Alan Eckhart? Jimmy Eckhart, whatever his name is?
I think so.
Ansel Egglethorn? I guess he did look like that guy, huh?
He looks so much like him, but he did a very good job. Aldrin.
Yeah, Aldrin.
He has a Japanese last name. Aaron Reich.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy. He was real funny, too.
Oh, he's so good.
Remember the scene when the homeless man is walking up to report?
Oh, God. We got 2 different angles of that, too.
Oh, so good.
I was so happy about it. He's so gosh darn fun. Everything is so funny.
I feel like we're tainting this movie. We're making it out like a slapstick comedy, though. So it's not.
It's the
a horror
funniest movie I've seen all year, easily.
Wow.
I laughed during this film way more than anything else I've seen. horror comedy is the best genre, too.
But it's not a horror. When I think of a horror comedy, that's like what? Scary movie? Well, that's a anyway, I don't know.
I mean, I think most people think of like some of the later Nightmare on Elm Street.
Everybody
movies.
calm down. I have a sentence to say. Here's what I personally believe. It's not a comedy at all. I believe that if you're incredibly talented at what you do, you can make a drama or a horror have very funny moments. There's laugh out loud moments in The Sopranos. It's not a comedy show. So,
I mean, that's a little bit different because this a movie is so concise, and if you think about the amount of humor versus the amount of horror in this movie, I'd say they're pretty close to one another.
Wow. All right.
Huge scares, massively scary moments, massively funny moments. I'm saying a horror comedy.
Well, I'm not, but all right. Agree to disagree.
Yeah. Oh God, the acting was just so good. But yes, it'd be so funny if Achrin Krakenstein is in a prequel again that nobody wants, that dilutes the experience.
Some
for
people
everybody
liked
else.
Solo. We're what do you have to say about Wagyu this week?
I guess.
Or Wagyu, as the Japanese would say on the shores of Sweden.
Yeah, with the umlauts. I have not ever had Wagyu before. Not because I don't like it, but just because I don't enjoy fat in meat. It's just very, very heavy. So we have a couple of friends that are just impossibly wealthy. So we spent a couple days at their lake house this weekend, and he just started preparing this Wagyu and did this little meal where he made, put a bunch of sushi rice and put an egg yolk and then cut us all this Wagyu that he had imported. And I'll tell you, if you like meat, if you're one of those people that owns the Gordon Ramsay shirt that says fat means flavor or whatever, try this out. if you can't handle really heavy food, Wagyu, not for you.
Very interesting.
It's very good, but I can't imagine eating like a full steak of that. I don't know how anybody eats a full steak of that.
Yeah. Are we prepared for Poké-news of the week?
I think we are prepared for Poké-news of the week.
News of the week.
Eek!
Now, here's the unfortunate news. We're on the cusp of the World Championships. So actually, there's going to be a lot of news real soon, just after this is recorded. So sorry about that. But here's a couple things that are going to be happening during Worlds. You can, of course, watch Twitch, the Pokemon World Championships. You can get some drops for Pokemon TCG, Pokemon TCG Pocket, TCG Live, Pokemon Go. You're going to get lots of cool things.
Side note for TCG Pocket, I filled out a survey about how dissatisfied I was.
Oh, that's too bad.
It's just the RNG makes me not play it.
All right.
That's not worth the 3 minutes.
The 3 minutes. Also, the Pokemon Go Delightful Days Taken Over event is now rolling out globally. It runs from midnight local time, August 11th to 11:59 p.m., August 17th. So get on that. Battle all your little Team Rocket guys. Get a Shadow Giratina. Why don't you catch a shiny Shadow Kyogre? That'll be fun, right? Taylor, it is now time to discuss an episode of Pokemon. Pokemon. Please tell us what happened last time on Pokemon. That's right, episode 103. What happened then?
Previously on Pokemon, the gang made a couple of new friends.
And now, Taylor, for episode 104 of the Pokemon Horizons anime, can you please tell us the title of today's episode in English?
Charcadet's Wish.
Or in Japanese, and Taylor, you'll find I'm proud of myself here. I've written not only the kana, but the kanji with no furigana because I already know what this means. So,
nice. Amateur hour to everybody else.
In Japanese, it is, of course, karubo no onegai. So if you'll recall in Japanese, onegai shimasu means please, but if you direct translation, it's like saying, oh, if I were to make a wish upon the stars, it would be for this. So, yeah, there you go. Can you give us, after I blow my nose, can you please give us a 1-sentence synopsis of this episode?
Liko
I said after I blow my nose.
Oh.
Not during.
I thought you were going to mute yourself.
No, that's why I used the word after.
Liko makes a new friend.
Wow, what a build-up, girls. Okay. All right, let's discuss this episode. We open with some real good Final Fantasy VIII mystery music. We got a marooned submarine on an island. We see a Chinchou, Taylor. Oh my God, could this be AMETHIO's time to shine with some Krabbies greeting us in the most dramatic opening zoom into a forest we've ever seen?
Mayhap.
What?
Yeah.
Did you say mayhap?
Yeah.
All right. Sarah Ledge over here cutting logs. AMETHIO time skipped AMETHIO with long hair bringing in a bunch of berries. Theme song. Very quick theme song, girls. Very quick.
Quick theme song and very early mid-episode break.
I agree. We're back from the theme song. We see Liko, Zerk, and Onions over at AMETHIO's mansion. And apparently, Taylor, they're going to be safe here. AMETHIO's dad said, come here anytime. You'll always be protected here. Why not?
I had a lot of questions this episode just regarding character dynamics because I can't remember them being really explained when they would have been presented to us. One of the funniest things is the air of mystery around the portrait in the manor.
They love that man. They love the portrait of AMETHIO's mother.
I can't imagine somebody walking in there and looking at a picture of a woman saying, who could that be?
So, yeah, we're just, at this point, it feels like they're going to Mario 64 jump through it to get to the final secret world or move it out of the way and there's a secret hiding behind it. Now,
or dodge it.
But I will say, Meowscarada, she does not seem like she's that interested in the portrait. She has a very unamused face, just uninterested looking.
Because it's real, because Meowscarada's smart.
Okay, so then we see a female NDD maid feeding all of them tea, cake, and poke food. Adorable Charcadet riding Pagogo-chan.
Kind of interesting that only Liko is going on this adventure.
Well, she's the only one that can be trusted.
I guess so.
Because they discuss this later, but AMETHIO has at some point, I don't know if they've actually shown it in an episode, AMETHIO and Liko have been trapped together in a cave.
Oh,
At some point after that, AMETHIO made it very clear to his goons, Liko, she's all right. You can trust Liko. So that's why they trust her, but not necessarily anybody else, because AMETHIO's never vouched for anybody else.
I would say, I'll bet he'd vouch for Fritos.
So Geese Peep would love to see little Charcadet riding little Terapagos. Very adorable. Liko and the Explorers, they're just talking shop about everything going on. Liko, you just gotta help us find AMETHIO. You may know where he is. You know all about him.
Mm-hmm. Way more than us.
Wait, what do you know? We've exhausted all our resources.
They were on the beach going to an INL event last time.
Wow, I mean, because they exhausted all the resources, Taylor, what do you want them to do? Just sit at home?
That's fair.
They need to clear their heads. But Charcadet, baby Charcadet, he's very interested in all these photographs of baby AMETHIO that are sitting up on the little fireplace, mantelpiece. And he notices a little picture of baby AMETHIO with his baby Charcadet, who, of course, is Ceruledge as a baby. So that's fun. And Liko looks at these pictures and notices, oh my God, it's AMETHIO with his mother. Where is this beautiful place? This must be where AMETHIO ran off to. The goons, amusingly, as they're wont to do, discuss with Liko the accident that took AMETHIO's mother from us far too soon.
I just don't know why they had to, like, plenty of stuff happens in this episode. I didn't know why there had to be that moment of realization from Liko saying, oh, that means the woman in the portrait.
No,
like
this episode's good. I enjoyed this episode.
That's a great episode.
When we do Taylor's commercial break, mid-episode discussion, how did we feel at this point? I'll let you know how I felt. Okay, guys, clearly, Liko, she's got a lead here. Clearly, AMETHIO would go back to where his favorite moments were with his mother on this island. Where is this island? Call AMETHIO's dad right now. Call his Chinchino. AMETHIO's dad answers the phone, and we see that he is in a completely different place than he used to be. He's not in his big, fancy office on the top floor.
So does that mean he got demoted?
Big demoted. Yeah, we're going to discuss that later. They talk about it.
Okay,
Spinal big time demoted him. Yes, he's in a brown coat now. He's not in his face.
But how?
Because he runs Explorers. He runs Exceed.
He was the president of Exceed. How did Spinal?
He ousted all the board of directors. I mean, he assumed control. So immediately, as soon as AMETHIO's dad gets on the horn, there's a knock at the door, and guess who bursts through the door, Taylor?
Director Son.
Spinal. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's Spinal. Sir, I'm not talking about anything regarding you. What?
I'm wearing my brown jumpsuit.
Yes, I work in the factory now. Oh, also, I have a question, sir. About these Laqua spheres, are they good? Are they safe? We good on those? And Spinal
It was like, this was just a bit of a weird moment in the episode for me, because his dad sitting there, okay, he's been demoted. Gotcha. He feels afraid of Spinal. All right. He doesn't even finish his, I don't know what the writers were trying to do, because he said, the Laqua spheres, are they, and then Spinal just says everything's going along as planned. And that was the whole interaction.
Yeah, Spinal just brushes them off. We don't learn anything about it. So back to getting information about secret land of AMETHIO's mother. AMETHIO's father says, apparently they went to an archipelago off the eastern coast of Levincia. And I write, as opposed to what? The western coast of Levincia, a.k.a. just Paldea? Why didn't they just say off the coast of Levincia? That doesn't make much sense. Off the eastern coast. What other coast is there?
Yeah.
Turns out that's where AMETHIO first met Ceruledge when he was a baby boy Charcadet. Oh my God.
With his mother.
With his mother.
She's the lady from the portrait. I don't know if you knew.
That's true. Then we cut to
an accident.
It's very sad. Then we cut to who I like to refer to as the new Explorers. That's right. It's Onion, Zerk, and Liko. And they're on a big speedboat wearing cute little life jackets. And they're
exploring.
Yep. They're going straight to the island, the archipelago. And then apparently Meowscarada might be... Apparently. Meowscarada might be a little bit hungry, so Onions, very excitedly, by the way, pulls out a giant box of Purloin branded cat food, and Meowscarada and Pagogo-chan just go to town on this box of food. They love Pokemon food.
She's very excited about it.
Liko, you can have a sandwich. Here you go. All right.
Which is so nice.
At this point, while Liko's eating her sandwich, she asks the goons, "How did you first meet Amethio?" And then we get a little flashback about the day.
Great question, by the way.
It's good to know. It's good information back.
Most of the time in situations, I find that they ask dumb questions or say dumb stuff or whatever. This is a question that will contextualize the goons' relationship, and it'll help Liko understand part of their search and their dynamic and their approach. It's a good question.
So the day that Onions and Zerk started work for the Explorers, they were hired together. I don't know if they knew each other ahead of time, but they were assigned babysitting duty for the little snot Amethio. That's right, grandson of Gibeon, son of the leader of Exceed. Oh, this is going to be a terrible gig. Am I right, Taylor?
Mm-hmm.
And then we get a bunch of flashbacks on their time together, and look how much they grew to be fond of each other and respect each other, love each other, perhaps. Who's to say?
Something that I don't know how intentional this little backstory was. It's kind of hard to tell with Pokemon because sometimes I'll hear a line or I'll hear just a conversation the characters are having, and I'm thinking, man, that's so efficient from a character development and plot development standpoint. And then sometimes I'm like, was that an accident or was that on purpose? Like, is somebody sitting in the writer's room saying, wait, we can check so many boxes in this 30-second time span? The fact that the goons heard about their assignment, were complaining about it, but willing to do it, accepted the assignment of babysitting. They were chosen for the assignment of babysitting. So that says something because Butler Hamburgers must have done that.
He did. He assigned it. But I will just say, this is written in Japan. I don't think there's too much declining in Japan. I don't think when you're assigned something, you don't often go, nah.
Well, I mean, not as far as accepting the assignment. I meant accepting that they had to do it as part of their job.
Yeah, it was
like
their first
in there. Yeah, in their conversation. They saw it as a way of progressing their careers, and the thing that changed their mind on Amethio was not him being nice to them. It was him being good at his job, him being effective, him being succinct, him showing them respect. There were all of these duty-related, competency-related notes that they took away from their experience with him, which is what made them become loyal to him. And I thought that was really interesting.
Exactly. See a Zygarde cell pop out of its little Zygarde cube that Onions is holding. We're at the commercial break, and at this point, I'm saying to myself about this episode, very good, intriguing. And can we just talk, Taylor, for a second? How sick the eye catch is for Amethio. Ceruledge doing that sick pose in front of Corviknight. Oh my God. What a commercial break.
I'm thinking going into this commercial break, wow, that was fast. Then I look at the time and I say, well, it was fast, but we're farther along than I thought. This has been a good episode. I'm also thinking, okay, one of two things is about to happen. Either the writers are going to do us dirty and they did an early commercial break so the remaining 14 minutes can be filled with one battle.
No.
Or there's just going to be a whole lot of plot happening.
We're back to the commercial break. It's dark. You don't even give me the benefit of a sunset. We're just automatically at night. Okay, wonderful. Great.
No rules today.
Wow. Amethio's putting some berries on a campfire. Apparently that was a bad decision because it burns it. I don't know. I'm going to be honest. There's a point coming up where I was kind of confused how far back in flashbacks we were. Because we go through about 3 layers of Inception flashbacks at some point. And at the end of the episode, I thought, whoa, this is present day? I thought we were still in a... Okay, let's go through it. Let's say what happens, okay?
It's really obvious because in some flashbacks, Amethio's hair is longer, and in others, it's slightly shorter.
Yeah. You're just going to have to answer me this question right now, Taylor, because in my notes, I wrote this, and I actually think I'm incorrect. I wrote flashback to 1 year ago after the Battle of Laqua.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Yeah.
We do see that when AMETHIO is saying goodbye to Zerk and Onions.
Yeah, he doesn't even say it 4 times, so he's serious.
Right. That was a year ago. Now then, here comes the real question. We then see a scene of AMETHIO fighting explorers in the streets. There's a Mightyena and a Luxray, and he steals a submarine. And
That's after that.
And the music is very sick.
Yes.
You're telling me he stole that submarine 1 year ago?
Yes.
Okay.
So I think he said goodbye to his goons. They were already traveling in the submarine at some point, I think. So
that was their submarine?
Well, I think it's Exceed submarine.
They were in a city.
AMETHIO was using.
But this battle happens in a city, nowhere near Laqua.
But you remember, I think he went back to Exceed to get the submarine, and then that was his escape.
It probably doesn't matter too much, but he's in the submarine, he steals it, he crashes, violins screech, and I wrote, so he's been on this island an entire year?
Yeah, it's like the Pokemon version of Castaway. But I also don't know the answer to your question.
His clothes would be so dirty.
His hair is slightly longer. I think he had to have been doing some other stuff and not just sitting on an island for a year.
He has a secret. There's a secret. He has a Corviknight he can fly on at any time.
Yeah,
so he's been taking showers. It's fine.
Yeah, we're just going to assume he has not just been sitting on the beach at this fire for 1 year. Still burning. Because if he was doing that for a year and he was still burning his food, like he's...
Oh, God, there's so many questions. So, yeah.
Did you know that was his mother at the portrait in the manor?
Did his mother, they're at this archipelago that's right off the coast of Levencia is completely uncharted?
What coast of Levencia?
There's not a resort and a little laundromat there?
No, anyway, he just doesn't age his clothes.
We're harping. Speaking of harps, we get the violin screech, like I said. We see a Passimian, a Venonat, a Penurchin, some more Krabby on the beach. And AMETHIO asks them, may I rest here? I mean no harm. I cause no trouble.
Which is cool.
And Ceruledge talks to them in Pokemon language. Oh, God, I am a little bit confused. I'm going to be honest, girls. Is Ceruledge the same Ceruledge from that island before? Are they on the island? So Ceruledge is saying to the Pokemon, remember, guys, it's me. I was a baby Charcadet.
Somebody at the Pokemon writing staff watched all of Lost and wrote this episode.
Yes. Okay, so then Ceruledge, Corviknight, and AMETHIO, they build a shelter. All the rest of the Pokemon on the island help them find some food. And I guess we're still in a flashback. I don't know.
I guess he just wanted to be off the grid and undetectable.
Yeah, but okay. Then we get double flashbacks of AMETHIO remembering what Grandpa Gibeon said to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta say, AMETHIO's voice acting as he's doing the AMETHIO monologue here.
Oh, it's real sick. It's
so
real sick.
And the whole time I'm feeling so bad for the people who watch this in English, and you know exactly what I'm picturing, girls. The Breaking Bad dub.
It's fine. At least they get to look at Ceruledge.
Yeah, that'll be fun. So then we get a triple flashback in the middle of a 1 year ago flashback, I think, to baby AMETHIO and little Charcadet meeting on the beach. His mom says, oh, you're going to be good friends. Baby Charcadet, make sure to always protect my little boy. That's an important line. You need to remember that.
Yep. Because it's his mom's Pokemon.
And then we jump ahead, and there's something coming on the beach. And at this point, I write the words, wait, what? I thought this was 1 year ago, but we're in present day somehow. Because look, it's Liko and the goons on a boat.
No. Liko's present day.
I know. That's why I'm confused, because I thought we were a year ago. But no, we're present day somehow now.
No, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They all talk around the campfire on the beach, and Liko's Charcadet says hello to Ceruledge.
Which is so sick.
It's very cute.
I really like how much personality Liko's Pokemon have. Because if you look at Meowscarada and how much personality Meowscarada has, and then you look at Charcadet and how much personality Charcadet has, really makes up for Liko.
Taylor.
Sorry.
Okay.
We haven't gotten a Liko monologue in a while. It's fine.
So now Liko tells AMETHIO that this little Charcadet promised to protect her, just like what AMETHIO's mother told baby Ceruledge when he was a child to do for AMETHIO.
Exactly.
And at this point, the goons plead to AMETHIO, please, God, take back Exceed and Explorers. You have no idea what's been going on. Oh my God, your father was ousted as director. Spinal's doing whatever he wants. Liko is explaining how the Rising Voltaclers are seen as villains now. Laqua is everywhere, by the way, with these darn spheres.
Oh, yeah.
Which AMETHIO had no idea. He thought all the Laqua was gone, but no. I don't know if you remember this, AMETHIO, but I personally promised Lucius to destroy all the Laqua, and there's Laqua everywhere, so we got to do something about it.
We've got to destroy everywhere. It's kind of interesting, the idea of AMETHIO being the least informed member of a group.
Yeah, he's always going on about intelligence and covert.
He's always doing his own thing. He's always doing his own homework assignments. He's always making progress on something. But here, he's just been down and out for a year.
I guess. It's confusing. But yeah, he says, I can't do it. I'm powerless. And Liko says, you can't give up. And Charcadet yells at Ceruledge. And Ceruledge pulls his blade out and hits Charcadet. And I thought, whoa.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
But here's the thing. Charcadet wants to battle, so he's all for it. Taylor and Geese Peep, I'm sure, are very upset at this point because it's time for battle. I'm sorry.
I will say, I normally complain a lot about battles. I'm not going to complain about this one because, one, it's pretty fast. It's pretty sick because there's some strategy involved. It's not the weird 2-on-2 heavy stuff they've been doing lately. And it's because it's kind of showing Charcadet off because we haven't really seen Charcadet as far as being Liko's Pokemon.
Also, AMETHIO speaks for Geese Peep and Taylor and says, no, I'm not going to battle. Ceruledge is way too strong, first of all. Oh, shouts out, apologies for people just interested in this episode of Pokemon. I'm doing my part. All we ask is you do yours. You don't respond when I tell you, Taylor, but I've been knocking out millions of these shiny legendaries for you, so that way you can get your shiny. And I've been doing it all with my boy Ceruledge. That's right. You just press the A button with Bitter Blade, Terastalize, turn 4, go fire Terra type, and I've been knocking them all out just for you, girls. So enjoy your shinies.
What was the most recent one?
Wo-Chien.
I got that
one you got, but you'll get Chien Pao in a week or two or whatever.
Oh, okay. Sick.
Anyway, AMETHIO says Ceruledge is way too strong for that baby. You cannot battle.
Which is sick.
And then Liko says, well, you know what, AMETHIO? We won't know until we try.
Whoa!
And the music at this point is going very hard, as if to say, let her cook. So, I guess. Very adorable little shot of Meowscarada holding Pagogo-chan in the background. We love to see it. The battle begins. Ember, Psycho Cut, again. Oh my God, Charcadet can't get close. Clear Smog, Charcadet. It's not very effective, but much like Toon Link and his bomb, it creates a complete smoke screen, and you can't see what Charcadet's doing in there. Ember, oh my God, Ceruledge uses Phantom Force to interdimensionally travel through the smog.
And he does it without a command.
Wow.
Which means, I guess, AMETHIO's been training.
Yeah, I've been training just like those Tauros trainers.
Maybe this year hasn't been a waste after all.
AMETHIO says to Liko, put the Pokemon in the ball, Liko. He's done.
Oh, that's
put
such
him away. Throw in the towel.
I was reading that thinking, that is some top-tier trash talk from AMETHIO. Oh, my God.
But my God, Charcadet's not going in the ball. He's laying on the ground, but he stands right back up. He's never going to give up.
It wasn't even a give up. It wasn't you're not going to win this. It was put your Pokemon back in its ball. Oh, wow.
Attack him, Charcadet. Oh my God, another Psycho Cut. But Charcadet doesn't give two poops about a big Psycho Cut because he just Mega Man X slides under the attack. Such a good shot of those two mid-battle. Oh my God.
Very
What
sick.
A screenshot.
Such cool designs.
Oh, yeah. Hits Ceruledge in the chest. Ember again. And then Ceruledge just hits little baby with a big hit. And I guess battle's over. The music just kind of keeps going, but AMETHIO says, Liko, I just need you to know, there's no world you could have won. I have a very, very high level Ceruledge. He could terastalize if he wanted.
This is the only Pokemon I really use in fights. You got Charcadet 2 days ago.
Yeah, that's a child. Let me pull out my Pokedex. He's maybe level 5 or something. Guys, come on. But Liko thanks AMETHIO anyway and says, well, yeah, I know, but Charcadet just really wanted to battle and, never give up.
Yeah. And that triggers something in AMETHIO.
And he says, sorry, guys, I can't join you guys. Guys, look, my boys. Would I love to join you on your adventure? Yes. Can I? No. I need you to stay on the inside. Work. You need to be little double agents for me. You got to learn the ins and outs of what's going on with Exceed. I'm going to find something I'm good at. Do I know what that is? No. And now Onions says, well, here's something that will help you probably. It's your grandfather's shiny Zygarde cell and the cube. So why don't you reassemble Zygarde? That'll probably save the day, right? Probably. Yeah.
It's going to take forever. No. Just think. And AMETHIO's probably sitting there kicking himself because if he had walked 2 routes per day, he would have already had a complete Zygarde during this year. Instead, Ceruledge doesn't need vocal orders anymore, and AMETHIO still doesn't know how to cook berries.
For anyone unfamiliar, Taylor is referencing Pokemon Go, collecting Zygarde cells by doing routes. Okay, Liko says to AMETHIO, I believe in you, buddy. Even if our paths may differ, the music in the background's playing the xylophone, so you got it, buddy. Then we cut to Butler Hamburgers. He's talking to the goons on FaceTime.
Very loudly. At his office.
Yes. He's receiving the report. He hangs up and then he cries. He's just so happy that AMETHIO is safe. So that's good news. But my God, Taylor, this whole conversation was being watched by Chelsea on the secret hidden cameras everywhere.
No, not at Exceed.
What is she thinking?
Or I guess he's at the Explorers. Is Butler Hamburgers, is there any separation between Exceed and the Explorers at this point?
Yes.
Because
I feel like different organizations.
Okay. All right. So that means that Hamburgers is at Explorers headquarters.
Correct.
Chelsea has cameras because that's kind of their thing.
AMETHIO's dad is definitely Exceed. He has nothing to do with Explorers.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. We cut to nighttime. We're always cutting to nighttime, I guess. We're at the Brave Olivine, and Charcadet's getting patched up with Molly. And I like how Molly basically says, wow, Liko, Charcadet got a lot of experience points in that battle. So, shouts out.
That was very sick. I like that a lot. And I liked how Liko couldn't tell, and Molly could.
Yeah, that's she's cool. Then we see the kids. We haven't seen them all episode. They are very excited to see Liko, and they say to Liko, all right, look.
Listen.
Taylor, it's going to take some time for these ship improvements to happen where they're probably doing some work on the ship. Why don't we go out, have some fun, go exploring, right? And at this point, Ult busts through a door and says, you're not going anywhere without me. You already left me in the last episode.
Right, very funny.
And then we cut to the next morning at dawn, and we are on AMETHIO's little island, and he's flying away on a Corviknight, holding his little Zygarde cube, and it's to be continued. Before we discuss the episode, I, of course, will tell you what happens in the Mega of the Week with Nidothing. This week, it's about Slowbro, and we just
very good timing on this Mega. It just got released in Pokemon. Or not released, but it's
Mega Slowbro? Mega.
Yeah.
Mega Slowbros?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I thought you were making a joke, because one of the big jokes with Slowpoke is how slow he is. So do you remember when it was like 2023 or whatever, and they released the costume Slowpokes that had the 2020 glasses? Because he's so slow, he just barely got
that's a good joke. I don't know if I was playing at that point, but that's a very good joke.
It's funny. So we see Mega Slowbro just sleeping in his giant shell. He's so comfortable in that. He's so cozy. He's in a field of Slowpoke, and he's just taking a nap with Nidothing and some Slowpoke. Very. So this episode was great. I mean, we had great music. We learned a bunch. Plot. AMETHIO after so long. Great acting, which is crazy for a Pokemon anime.
Yeah.
This is in the 9s, definitely. Taylor, please take it away. Please.
The only bad thing is that I have no idea what AMETHIO was doing for a year, but it did so much to further the plot, so much to further AMETHIO as a character, the goons as characters. We finally found out who that woman was in the portrait. I can't think of this. This is a 9-3 episode for me.
9-3 for Taylor. Yeah, I'm still a little bit confused on the year gap. Where exactly? Because I'm just a little confused on the timeline of what is happening.
They were just a little confused.
It's rare that I'm watching an episode and something happens and I go, wait, what? Because I thought it was a year ago, but it's actually present day. I don't know. That being said, had a great time. I have no complaints about it. Kind of funny. We don't have much to say because it's just good.
Yeah, it's just a good episode. I mean, so much happens.
9.5.
Give me more episodes that don't feel like I'm watching filler when I'm not.
I gave it a 9.5. Taylor's given it a 9.3. I guess we can just move on to the question of the week from Shiny Sylveon.
I even want to give it a higher rating because it focuses on my... I'm going to go 9.5 with you. I feel bad because didn't I just give a 9.5 last week?
Double 9.5s. You
just can't.
You didn't give a 9.5.
I'm just really worried that Niantic's going to get too big for their britches and they're really going to start phoning it in on future episodes. Because you can't trust Game Freak. Is what I always say.
Last week you gave a 9.2 to Stay Ablaze My Love for Nito thing.
Okay, then I'll give this one a 9.5 too. We'll do double 9.5s.
But I thought you liked this episode better than last week.
I do.
So it's a 9.5. Not 9.2.
That's what I said.
No, you said I'm going to give this a 9.2.
No, I'm going to give this a 9.5 too.
And now it's time to read our question of the week. Taylor, please read this question from Shiny Sylveon.
Hello, Shiny Sylveon. What's going on? All right. Do you guys find it funny that Liko, who's been air quotes, page quotes, real quotes, friends with AMETHIO since an incident a year ago, calls him AMETHIO, and his goons, I'm so happy you're saying goons, who've known him for years still call him AMETHIO-sama. I mean, the goons I can understand, but Liko? Main character rights, I guess. I guess AMETHIO-kun would be weird, but misrespectful Letho just dropping all honorifics off the bat? Not even AMETHIO's on first? Goofball move, Liko. By the way, did y'all catch that episode 34 reference with Charcadet's smokescreen? Have an awesome week, Shiny Sylveon.
To answer your question, Shiny Sylveon, no. I've clearly forgotten whatever happened in episode 34. What's the reference? Did something happen?
No. It's a reference to Charcadet's smokescreen. It was in episode 34.
Yeah. What happened?
There was a reference to what happened in episode 34.
I did not catch it. Sorry, I forgot. So
I didn't either.
Please write in again and tell me what happened. Was it with Cerulege before?
I'm hoping.
Wait, was it battling against Dusk Noir or something?
That would have been.
Oh, and there was a smoke screen there, maybe.
So either it would have been, but it says Charcadet smoke screen, so it would have been
the original Charcadet. Yeah. Or right when they first saw him, the first Gimme Ghoul time. Anyway,
yeah, but you could be correct because that same interaction or a similar interaction happened with Dusk Noir.
Anyway, to answer the question, the main crux of the email.
The
goons are still employees and underlings of AMETHIO. That's why they're always going to give him the higher honorifics. As far as Liko not giving him even a san,
that's weird to me.
They went through a lot, and I think sometimes you do have to break pretense. He was literally a villain to her. Like, I don't think... It's weird because I'm not Japanese, so I can't go deep into like the politics is the wrong word, but the social order of operations. Yeah. The order of operations in your head on whether you choose to give somebody a san, because they don't live in a world of these two where it's just, polite conversation in the office. They've been through earth-shattering events together.
Right.
They've battled against the world ending. To me, once that happens, they're completely equals because they're both the grandchildren of Lucius and Gibeon. So that's why I feel like that's why she can talk to him just like he's a complete equal. I don't think she feels the need to use san at all. Whereas it makes perfect sense for the goons because they're literally still his employees.
It also makes sense for AMETHIO to not have any honorifics in his repertoire. They could be doing it because what is the... Okay, so there's the triangle that I'm thinking of, which is Liko, Fritos, and AMETHIO. Because those three have the closest bonds, or those two, I guess, have the closest bonds with AMETHIO. Do either of the... So Liko doesn't give him an honorific. Does Fritos? I don't think so.
I don't recall Fritos ever
saying AMETHIO?
directly saying his name to him. I don't think the words AMETHIO have ever left Fritos' mouth that I can recall. Maybe he did.
Yeah, it is. I do think it's weird. I haven't paid close enough attention to how Liko addresses everybody else, because I don't think she does anything with Roy.
No, they're kids. She's older than Roy anyway.
So that's probably just them affirming the closeness between Liko and AMETHIO, and the goons are still very much, they have him on a pedestal for sure. They don't see him as equals.
Of course not. Just re-listen to the podcast, what I just said. I answered the question perfectly, Taylor. So just listen back to what I just said. It makes perfect sense.
No, I mean, I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I was agreeing with you step by step.
Yeah,
not just saying, oh, yeah.
Shiny Sylvia knows exactly what I'm talking about. All right, thank you for the question. It's now time for the wrap-up. Please write in again, though, and remind us what episode 34 happened. If it was... Did Liko's Charcadet in the past? Anyway, time for the wrap-up. Thank you, everyone, for listening. It's Look, Listen, Cast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Please like and leave a comment. Watch as much as you can, because that'll send it to more people. And there are people who are not aware this exists who would enjoy it. So all we ask is you do your part as we did ours. Thank you to Keith for our artwork. That's twitch.tv/Keith2. Taylor, take it away.
Thank you, Professor Ticklebits, for that awesome boilerplate.
Website, twitch.tv/prof_Ticklebits. Good work, Taylor. Also, please recommend the podcast to anybody who would enjoy it. You know somebody who likes Pokemon, don't lie. And then, much like Shiny Sylveon, please send your questions to looklistencast@gmail.com. What a great episode. I'm excited about next week. Taylor does not watch next time on Pokes, but oh my God, it's going to be a good one. Geese Peep is going to be so torn because it's her favorite thing on the planet and her least favorite thing on the planet in one episode.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's gonna be good stuff. All right, everybody say goodbye. Taylor, say goodbye like twice or something. I'm going to say goodbye once.
Goodbye.
We have to let the ending song play out, so I have to say goodbye again, even though it's completely unnecessary. Geese Peep here, she would be saying goodbye. Goodbye.
Howdy, y'all. It's me, Geese Peep. Thank you for listening to the Geese Peep Productions podcast.
Geese Peep Enterprises, doing business as Peep Industries, together with its subsidiaries, is a diversified worldwide entertainment company with operations in media networks, talent management, parks and resorts, multimedia entertainment, and consumer products and interactive media. Geese Peep Enterprises is a Dow 30 company.